and welcome back to Saber Outdoors. My name, of course, is Mark Alexander, your wonderful host. And today we are discovering the question, is DC worth it? We're putting DC reels against regular reels. Now guys, if you don't know what a DC reel is, that is a digital chipped reel. That means that it's basically braked electronically. It's very interesting to look at. Guys, I'm going to show you our competitors really quick, and then I will show you a DC and then a non-DC'd internal. But guys, all of our rods are all 7.2 heavy action rods. They're all the same across the thing. They're all Shimano 7.2 heavy action rods. They look a little different. There's one that's blue and the rest of them are green. Guys, they're all basically the same rod. But our competitors, so this is the Shimano SLX DC, and this is in a 150. I tried as best I could to match every single one of these to the same thing. This is a normal Curado 200, and this one, really good reel, but I haven't played with it just yet, so I probably play with it a little bit just to get it really dialed in before I do that, because these other reels I've dialed in relatively well. This is the Shimano Curado DC 150. So this is a 150, the other one's a 200. Guys, that's not really going to matter a ton, but if you all care, there it is. But the last of our competitors is a regular Shimano Shimano SLX. Guys, too many letters for me today. But this is in a 150, the same as our 150 SLX DC. And guys, all of them have 20-pound mono on it, same brand, same everything, and all of them are throwing half-ounce sinkers. So I have as one-to-one attest as possible. Same rod, same line, same weights. All right, now I said I would show you the insides before I would test. So this is the insides of a regular SLX reel. So this reel has centrifugal brakes. This does not have magnetic brakes. If you look on the other side, there are no magnets on the other side. So this, let me get the side plate closed. There we are. All right, so guys, the harder you throw those brakes go further out, just like anything else that you're rolling around. The harder it's going, the faster it's going, the harder it throws those brakes out to break the spool, because at some point your lure is not going to be going so fast that it will be able to continue to drag the line out as fast as it did whenever it was going its fastest. Now, a DC reel. This is the internals for a DC reel. So that is a little tiny magnetic magnetic deal with chip inside, and it's not energized until you spin something like the alternator on your car or any number of other things. When you spin it, it makes a current. That digital chip says more braking the harder you're throwing it, because it's spinning faster. But it will not work without, I'm just not having a good time today. It will not work without you actually using the reel. So if I'm just dropping it, you will hear nothing because it's not dropping at all. But you won't hear anything whenever it's running slow, because it's not spinning fast enough to cause it to have an electrical current to energize that DC chip. But if I were to throw this, you can hear that. And that is that digital chip saying, brake. But guys, now that we have finished that short explanation, let us start testing. All right guys, so the first thing that we're gonna do a pitching test. So I'm not gonna hold the thing, I'm going to, I said pitching, I meant flipping. We're gonna try flipping. You hold it when you pitch. When you're flipping, you just flip it out there. But I'm gonna try not to take the camera out, try not to take me out, and we're gonna flip these all, and then we're gonna go find them all, and I'll show you the ending results. So first flip, and we're starting with the SLX DC. Let's get our SLX now. Let's try that again, because that is almost directly over there. So let's see if we can get it at least down the way that we're trying. So round about there. Okay, that's reasonable. And let's try our SLX, not our SLX. Let's try our regular plain old Curado. All right, there's our Curado done. Now let's try our Curado DC. Get it untangled from itself. All right, guys, I got a little bit of a nesty nest, but let's go get them all found and see what the results are. All right, guys, so I have all of them found, marked, and I have moved them all straight ahead so that I have an easy way to show you all everything that's going on. So the first thing is to show you the rods on the ground. So that is the SLX DC, not the SLX DC. I don't know why I just said that. Curado DC, Curado, SLX DC, SLX. So it's kind of like boy, girl, you know, easy enough to figure out. But guys, let's walk and see how far these went. So I'm going to point you towards the ground, and I'm going to talk to you while it is that we are walking and talking and doing our things. Now, guys, reels are not cheap. Reels cost money. And you know how you could support your small local YouTuber? You could get a membership. Memberships are $5, and guys, you can't hardly go to McDonald's for $5, but you can support your local YouTuber. So guys, we have our Curado DC, our normal Curado, SLX DC, our normal SLX. So it's kind of odd. The regular SLX did better than the DC SLX, but the DC Curado did better than the regular Curado. So right now, our results are kind of inconclusive, but guys, let's start test 2. All right, guys, so we did flipping before, so what we're gonna do is pitching this time. So pitching is somewhat the same, but also different, because I'm gonna load the rod a little bit before I let it go. It'll go a mite farther, and for me, myself, I feel more comfortable making an accurate cast doing this. So if I'm wanting to hit a log or hit a tree or hit a stump, a boulder, whatever, I can easily flip it up in there and try my luck. If I try to just cast it in there haphazardly, I probably am going to either break my lure or hit whatever it is I'm trying to get close to, because I don't want to hit it most of the time, because that's going to make noise in the water. But that's a whole other video. But guys, all of these are going to be right at that reel seat, so it's a really consistent test this time. But guys, let's let them fly. All right, there's one, and that was the SLX regular. This is the SLX DC. This is the regular Curado. And this is the Curado DC. I can get it untangled from itself. There we go. All right, let's go give them a look. All right, guys, so I have them all found. I have them all stretched out. I'm gonna just remind you of the lineup. Again, it's the same as before. We have DC, not, DC, not, And those are the two Curados, 2 SLXs. So let's go see how it did. And while we're walking, you know, guys, I really like you all. And I hope that you all subscribe so that we can spend more time together and get to know each other. Speaking of getting to know each other, in the comments below, I would like for you to put what is your favorite fishing lure and what's the color of that fishing lure that you like best. So guys, we're down here. There is our Curado, and our DC Curado is there. Our regular Curado is there. Our SLX DC is there. And our SLX regular is right there. So guys, if we're doing this on points, I'd say Curado DC's got number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So guys, it ain't looking super duper great for Curado regular, but SLX regular, man, it's a beast. But guys, I'll pop it up on the screen each round when we're doing this, and we'll see who's the winner at the end of it. But guys, let's get to our next test. All right guys, so we're gonna try max casting all of our reels. So guys, I'm gonna mark the length at this second eye, and I'm gonna cast these as far as I can that way. And you can hear the wind a little bit, so that'll be a little bit of a factor, but the wind will be blowing for all of them. But let's just, okay, that one done. Set it down. Got our SLX DC here. Let's get it up to where we need it. Right there it is. And woo, we got deep into that spool. We nearly overdone that. We might end up just tossing the whole line off. Regular Curado. All right, got her up there. All right, down she goes. Curado DC. All right, guys. Let's go find them, and I'll bring you back when I do. All right, guys, so it took me a little while to get all these straightened out and stretched out, but I've got them all done. And again, here is our lineup. So there is the Curado DC, Curado, SLX DC, SLX. And guys, let's walk our way down the direction. And as we're walking, I'm gonna ask if you all are enjoying this kind of content. If you're enjoying the myth busting versus product review kind of content, put a comment, put a like, or better yet, just subscribe. Subscribing's great. Helps me, doesn't cost you anything. It's the free 99 membership. But guys, here's our first piece of wood. Honestly, I'm quite surprised. That is the regular Curado 200. So definitely our loser of this particular test. Now our second piece of wood, as we're walking along, it corresponds with our regular SLX. So guys, neither of the normal reels did as well full-on casting. So that's something to think about. And let's see who did end up winning this. So let's check on our Curado. Our Curado is right here. So over there is our regular SLX. Here is our Curado. And guys, our our SLX DC is about to trip me up. But our SLX DC went all the way down here. So guys, I don't even know if you can see the piece of wood there, or up there. The Curado did about even with that pole there. And then, guys, it's obvious the harder you throw a DC reel, the better it works, the more it can control it. Better than I can set a reel up, obviously. But, guys, let's get back to the table and let's talk about all these things. All right, guys, so we have finished with testing for the day. So we flipped, we pitched, and we gave it a full-on, boom, hard as we could throw. And I think we found some conclusions. So, guys, I think that if you are doing some kind of up-close work, if you are, less than, I would say, 20 feet away from whatever it is that you are flipping or pitching at, I think you would be okay using a regular reel. You would not get any benefits, any better things from a DC reel. But guys, if you're like me, I am a power fishing with a capital P, because I like to be away from everything. I like long casts as far as I can get them in there, and then I like to ease them on out so that whenever they come up, just nail that thing. Makes me feel ways. But guys, we saw whenever I tried really hard to get it out there, both the DC reels did better than either of the normal reels. And so, guys, I would say that if you're fishing open water, if you're fishing from the bank, especially if you're fishing from the bank, you would be better served with a DC reel for those things. Not saying that you should immediately throw away your normal reels and go get DCs, because, guys, there's nothing wrong with a regular Shimano SLX reel. Will do everything you ask of it and more if you are a little bit smarter at tuning it than I am. But guys, there's nothing wrong with any of these reels. There's nothing wrong if you would just assume not go through the cost of a DC, because DC always is more expensive, and DC has something to go wrong, and that's that digital chip. If it ever messes up, you have to either get another, or you throw that reel away, or it becomes a parts reel. But with a regular reel, I can get parts for this. So I should be able to, for a long time, maybe not perpetually, but for a long time, I should be able to repair my reel and keep using it, whether it's a new spool, new brakes, new brake ring, new gears, more oil, better worm gear, a pawl, any of those things that I might need, I could probably order, and are easy to find and probably not that expensive. I would say that digital chip is more expensive, but I honestly don't know that sitting here by the pond bank. But guys, I think what we can take away from this is there's not really a wrong answer to this unless you want to spend money. If you want longer distance, DC is the way to go. If you're working up close and personal, doesn't matter either way. That's what it boils down to. And speaking of boiling down to, I'm gonna ask again, if you all like this kind of content, put it down in the comments. And if you want to see this kind of content early, $5, you can see every single video that I'm gonna put up earlier than everybody else. $5 is not a big expense, and I am only supported by that money at the moment. But other things, please like, share, subscribe if you want to do the free 99 thing. Hit the bell notification, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, thank you so very much for watching, because that's very important. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.